A first happened to me this weekend. I saw 5 new releases, this movie and 2 other ones. There was no one in my auditorium. It is Labor Day weekend, and Hollywood really did say no movies with advertisements get put out on this weekend, because my goodness. You Gotta Believe stars Luke Wilson and is about a Little League baseball team of misfits dedicates their season to a player's dying father. In doing so, they accomplish the impossible by reaching the World Series Finals. I'm 100% repeating myself, but I never saw a trailer, never saw a poster for this movie, didn't even know it was coming out this weekend until basically Friday morning. So, You Gotta Believe is a baseball movie, and when it comes to baseball movies, I think I could say out of all the sports movies that we've gotten in our lives, baseball really does have a ton of movies based around it. And with this one, this is a nice little gem of a movie. This movie is not going to break any type of boundaries. This movie is not going to do anything for me in my life and of me watching movies. But for watching this movie in a theater by myself, I enjoyed it. I think this is a sweet, innocent movie, and it's a very warm-hearted story and very dramatic. As you can see, the description basically reads that Luke Wilson is dying and his son is part of this team that's like not very good, but they come together and they say, let's do it for him. And it's sweet, man. It's just a sweet story. And I think the director of this movie, which it's Ty Roberts, I don't recognize any of his work, but basically he does a really cool job by always making the kids the front runners of this movie. You have other actors in this movie, like you obviously have the man himself, Patrick Renna, obviously from The Sandlot in this movie, but the movie doesn't completely just like rely on like a baseball references, whatever. Like, no, the story is Little League players who just come together and say, we're going to do this for our friend, for our teammate. And it's a good bonding story. It's a good like father and son, and it's very sad in some parts, but without spoiling the movie, the story of them getting to the Little League World Series Finals, it's just inspiring, man. It's just an inspirational movie. Yeah, there's some acting that's a little questionable, but it's kids. I'm never going to critique them. It's kids. It's really hard to work with kids on a movie. And so with this movie, all of our main actors, Luke Wilson, Greg Kinnear, like they give off very good performances in this movie. And I really liked all of them. Sarah Gadon or Gadon, whatever your last name is, I thought she was very good in this movie. And the movie just has a good pace to it. It could have been maybe like 15 minutes shorter, but again, I just found myself saying this is a good movie. It was well made. I do really like this. There was a creative ability basically putting like handheld camera basically as a baseball in certain shots of the movie. And it kind of added a little like spice to the direction and what like a normal baseball movie. I was like, all right, you tried something different, even though as a person who has motion sickness, kind of made me dizzy, but like giving it from the kid's perspective and all the baseball scenes, it added to it. And I was like, you know what? You're being creative while making a movie. I appreciate that while also being inspiring and funny and warm-hearted. That's all this movie is, and that's all it needed to be. And I walked away saying, if you want to see a good little movie, this is the one. I'm going to give You Gotta Believe a B. So now if you excuse me, I 100% am going to go take a nap till next week to review movies. My goodness. Why was there so many like unknowns on Labor Day weekend? Anyway, guys enjoy this movie review, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, everybody.